Summer is ending, and it is time to get ready to go back to school. For some people, a new backpack with your favorite cartoon character or a notebook with your favorite sports team can mean a lot. But not all families can go out and buy their kids the coolest and newest school supplies to start off the new year. We, here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited, are looking to raise money for families in need and help their children get ready for the new school year. No child should start out the new year feeling like they're already behind because their families can't afford everything that they need. We do appreciate if you guys can help donate to our cause. Even $1, even sharing our GoFundMe does help in some way. With our donation, buy backpacks, pens, pencils, notebooks, and more. Also, a portion of the money raised will actually go towards buying new shoes for kids who do need them to start off the school year. Please head over to pwunlimited.net/helpkids to donate today. Thank you in advance for helping out our cause and helping get kids ready for school. Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 31st of July, 2019. Talk about everything in pro wrestling. Nick, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Whoa, you peaked that mic.
I know. I got right on it. I leaned down right on it. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. We got a lot to talk about today.
We got a number of things. First, I want to hear your thoughts on who you think may be on that cover for WWE 2K20. They're announcing it Monday. Who do you think it is?
Singh Brothers.
Huh?
Yep. Singh Brothers. Nah, make it like give me Goldberg.
Goldberg?
Yeah.
Really? After Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. Do it.
You don't think it could be like Becky Lynch?
Be Becky, Charlotte, Ronda.
You think they put all three of them on there?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Becky, Charlotte, Ronda.
It would be interesting.
That was literally your headliner Mania.
I get that.
How you not going to throw it on there?
I don't know if I'd put all three. I don't know about that.
I could definitely see it.
Kristen, you see you sent us a DM, got nothing. You may want to send it again. Oh, wait. I see what she sent. That's a fake cover. She sent something with Roman Reigns on it. Apparently that's on some Google store. Yeah. That's a fake cover. I could tell just by looking at it. 100% that's fake. So, I mean, it could be Roman, but I'm 99% sure the image that you sent is a fake image. Trust me, I've been doing graphic design for 14 years now. So
it's a long time. That's almost as long as I've been alive.
Let me do the math. 14 years. Ish, give or take.
God damn, that's insane.
No. 13 years. I started in 2006.
Nice.
Nice.
Way to go, Luke Mite. I'm fucking proud of you. That's my boy. That's my boy. He says, "Hey Nick, Brad Shepard blocked me on Twitter because I told him he's always wrong." Good. Fuck you.
Even though he says that he's always right, which not the case.
Literally the worst.
Like, I don't know. Anyways, so I want to say thank you to everybody who's in the chat. We've got Kristen McNutt, Luke Mite, Foley Clutch, P1 Ryan. That's a new name.
Nice. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Noob and Co. Daniel Molinax. So, one of the things I want to talk about has to do with last night's Smackdown. And the whole thing at the end of the show with Roman freaking Reigns. And how I had it confirmed that is a pre-taped segment. So they thought what they shot for that segment was the best they could have done. Now, Nick, I have a question for you.
Fucking, I hope I got an answer.
If you're standing somewhere and get a bunch of stuff dropped on you, and like
someone's potentially, possibly trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
Would you just get up and just walk off and be like, okay? Or would you like be pissed off, yelling, trying to find out who did it?
I think I'd walk away out of sheer God, I want to get the fuck out of here.
Second
I would walk away angered.
Second thing.
Go ahead.
You're sober, not high.
Oh.
Think about it in that way.
Okay, if I'm sober, I even think if I'm sober, I'm even more. I feel like if I'm sober, then I'm prepared to I need to get out of here because something's gonna happen.
True. Because Roman,
but even when I'm high, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Right?
Fucking God's coming to get me.
Because Roman literally just slid out from under that thing. Well, we assume the way they cut it and shot. I don't even. There was 6 camera cuts in 30 seconds. So.
Yeah, hold on. And can I mention as well? WWE just posted. They didn't just post it, but they did post just the most fucking banger photo of Roman Reigns of everything when he gets crushed, and it looks like a promotional photo for the next fucking episode of Days of Our Lives.
I'll pull it up. It's just weird that it looks like this thing's crushing Roman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, he's just sitting up next to it.
He's not even sitting up, but he's he has his arms up like he's stopping it from hitting.
No, I'm not talking about the photo. I'm talking about what they showed on Smackdown.
Hey guys, here's my question to the chat, and also Tim. Who attacked Roman Reigns? Wrong answers only. I'll say Lindsay Dorado.
The fuck?
It was here's why. So it was Lindsay Dorado because Lindsay Dorado is he's gonna be the rat for the Lucha House Party. He's gonna be the troublemaker.
Uh-huh.
And so one day at I don't know at what are the other dudes in the Lucha House Party's name?
Kalisto and Grand Metalik.
There you go. At Kalisto's house, right? They tell him, hey, you should go, mess with the top guy in the roster and pull a
big
prank
dog.
on him. Yeah, go mess with the big dog, pull a prank on him. And Dorado, who he's just seeking the approval of the other 2 members of the Lucha House Party. So of course he's gonna do anything they say. But then he accidentally fucks up and almost murders Roman Reigns. And I just wrote WWE's next comedy. Thank you.
So this image you see on your screen is the image Nick was talking about. It's Roman under the scaffolding, light perfectly positioned on him looking like he's a little bit grimacing in pain, and he's got his hand up, more to block the light in his eyes than block the scaffolding.
He looks like he's about to sneeze. He looks like he's dabbing.
Yeah, there you go.
He looks like a hidden X-Men, forcing the bars back up.
What?
With his hands.
I have no clue who it can be. I kind of hope it's not Samoa Joe.
Mr. Jones, yes, you're right. Mr. Jones got it. That was the only answer.
I kind of hope it's not just Samoa Joe, because that would kind of be a bad payoff. How many times has Roman beat Samoa Joe?
And now Samoa Joe can beat Roman. Why not? Neither of these guys have any heat behind them. They have nothing going for them right now. A win or a loss with a feud between them, just give it to Joe. It's not going to hurt either of those guys. Literally, this is the only time in Roman's career where no one cares to the point where they don't care enough to boo anymore. They're just,
right.
It's Roman. He's just fight. It's the same as seeing The Miz. It's oh, okay, hey, Roman, he's popular. I know him.
Now here's the thing.
What?
Advertising. I told you this off the air. Advertising
the air.
After SummerSlam is actually advertising Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. Both Madison Square Garden Raw and SmackDown shows are advertising Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan.
Nice. Now here's why that would be awful. Because one of those guys has white hot heat with him, with Bryan.
Right.
Bryan has to win.
Why
so you're finally going to let Roman... Because what was the last fucking feud he won? Lately, it feels like he's been on the losing end of a lot of shit. Probably mostly because he hasn't been there since he's lost. You know what I mean?
He was tag team champion. They lost the tag titles and really haven't done anything since losing the tag titles. So, like you said, he hasn't really been around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't know.
Jessica, I highly doubt that it was Seth. Why would they do that? James Ellsworth? Yeah, I hope so.
Oh,
What if it
Lord.
was James? What if it was just he just pushed it with his All right, here's why it was James Ellsworth. I probably shouldn't say this because the podcast will get demonetized. I was gonna go real detailed there.
Just say it anyways. You've already.
No.
Okay.
No, it's like bad. Buddy Murphy?
Now here, do you know why people think Buddy Murphy?
I don't know why. Because they saw him in the hallway or something?
Yeah, so one of the last shots you see of SmackDown, you see someone in the very far back of the hallway, and you assume it's Buddy Murphy because he's wearing that 3/4 sleeve black and white shirt that Buddy Murphy always wears.
I love him.
So you assume it's Buddy Murphy.
How do you think... I just spilt my water all over the floor. How do you think that match would go?
Buddy Murphy versus Roman?
Would it be as good as we think it is?
No, they'd have Roman just kill him.
Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? Well, no, because like Murphy, like build and style wise, reminds me a lot of AJ, and Roman and AJ put on some banger matches.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna job,
but they're not paying Buddy Murphy AJ Styles money and letting him go out there and do matches that he really wants to be doing.
No, but I think if you've got and I hate using they'd be smart because of the Fox deal thing, but like again, if SmackDown is gonna go much more, global now,
right? I get what you're saying.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to maybe push some guys that could be a great fit for your Fox lineup for casual fans to be like, oh, it's that Buddy guy, he's cool. You know what I mean?
Luke Mike, the super chat donation, says Orange Cassidy attacked Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it was. Little did we know.
No, it can't be Orange Cassidy. It fell over too quickly.
It did. That would have been really funny if it actually fell slowly. I would have given props to that company. Got the name of it.
But yeah, just thinking of some other names who it could possibly be. Braun Strowman, maybe, and we don't know what's going on with Braun. Maria told him, "Show me that you can be a man," or something like that.
Is he gonna fuck Mike?
Blue Chew on a pole.
Oh god damn! Can we do? Oh my god! Can we do?
Huh?
Can we do on the pole as a contract, and the contract is you are now legally the father of.
Now here's the thing.
What?
Maria might be a little proud of her husband though, because last night on 205 Live, he defeated Drake Maverick in a non-sanctioned match, to where if he was gonna win, he's supposed to be getting a cruiserweight title match.
Maverick won that, bud.
Did he?
Maverick won that, buddy.
I must have saw it wrong then. I didn't see the match, but I read somewhere Maverick lost, but I could be wrong then. I'm going to look it up.
No, Maverick won, and then he was like, no, I'm not going for that belt. I'm focused on being a general manager. My first act is making sure Drew Gulak has a champion or has a opponent at SummerSlam.
Well, good thing one of us paid attention.
I only know because I really, really love Drake Maverick on
everything?
Instagram. He's so
gotcha.
funny.
Yeah, Drake Maverick did win. My bad. I apologize.
Don't fucking fact check me. I know. I've been doing this for years, Tim.
Okay. So, I don't know where this can lead to. It was just the way, now here's the thing. I liked the fact of the who attacked Roman. It's kind of like, it makes you want to tune in next week to figure out where this storyline is going. It gives you that kind of mystery. But the way they did it was just wrong.
Yeah.
The premise is good, the delivery was bad, if that makes sense.
What was worse, this or Cass getting attacked?
Cass.
Yeah.
Well, remember when Braun Strowman used the grappling hook to pull down scaffolding on Kane?
Yeah.
And randomly Paul Heyman was yelling at him not to do it? Well, no, it made sense because Brock was there too, and it was setting up Royal Rumble match. Never mind. Paul Heyman being there wasn't random.
I mean, it's still it was a great way to do that.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of people are like, well, Braun's known for knocking down scaffolding. Maybe it was Braun.
Maybe. I doubt it. Big Show. Isn't Big Show getting like a Netflix special?
Big Show. Great segue. So.
Thanks, man.
It was announced. I want to say
didn't even
yesterday.
fucking know. I thought I was. I honestly, I think I was high, and someone in my Discord chat that like I'm in a big server with my friends, and he was just like, "What if the Big Show had his own TV show called The Big Show Show?" I was like, "Oh, that'd be funny." And then like literally that next night, I looked at it, I was like, "What the fuck's going on, man?"
So it was announced that Netflix, in conjunction with WWE Studios, has a new show coming out called The Big Show Show. It's a comedy, and I don't know all the details. Not much details have been put out there. Apparently, from the looks of it, Big Show may be playing the dad, and then there's the wife and 2 daughters. From the looks of it, not many details are known, and they're supposed to be starting filming the show here soon, and then we'll get a release date and everything. But yeah, Big Show getting his own show on Netflix called The Big Show Show.
Awesome.
But that's not the only thing WWE is doing with Netflix. WWE also is doing a movie with Netflix called The Main Event. Miz, Kofi, and Sheamus are all going to be in that movie.
Why?
So, and there was a picture going around of Sheamus. He posted of himself in a referee shirt.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, oh, are they transitioning Sheamus to referee? I think that could have been for the movie. Because I had heard around the time that he posted that they should have been filming, from what I heard.
You know what? I wish we'd see that more often.
What?
Like wrestlers as refs. And other than a special guest referee.
Right.
Because here's like, remember when they did that shit with Heath? Where they like made him a ref for some reason? They
for
like
3 weeks?
Yeah, for 3 weeks. Like, why not just start letting Heath Slater like ref a match or something like that? He doesn't even have to interfere. He could just be a ref.
Yeah.
Like, why not? It's a good way to get the guy on TV.
I mean, a number of the WWE referees are former wrestlers, like Drake Wirtz, who does main roster but mainly NXT stuff. He was a big deal in CZW back when Moxley, Dean Ambrose was in there.
That dude's kind of hot. He's ripped.
Okay,
he scares. I saw him in person once.
There's a number of them referees that are pretty jacked. Like the one guy, the one referee that was there when Maria pinned Mike for the 24/7 title. That dude's got bigger arms than half the roster.
That dude was yoked.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins would make a pretty good ref.
He had that look on his face like, fuck, why can't I pin him and be the 24/7 champion?
Stopping him isn't. So do referees get a continual pass because they are the referee?
I don't know. That'd be they need more content with this, and that'd be a great one. Oh, yeah. Man. You know what one that I've said that they should do?
Let me guess. I don't know. Just tell me.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
Where he runs in.
I see him doing that SummerSlam weekend.
And doing it on Mike Kanellis would have been perfect because they're already shitting on him anyways. He could have been like, hi. He could have come up and go, hi, I'm Nicholas, youngest champion in WWE. I was a tag team champion at WrestleMania. And Mike could have said like, oh, yeah, well, I'm a champion right now. And then he could have been like, Dad. And then in comes John Cone. Nicholas kicks him in the balls and pins him.
See, I don't know if you can do that, though.
Do what?
Because you're gonna really have this fucking kid win. You're gonna have this kid win 2 belts when Sammy hasn't even won 1 on the main roster yet. No, don't fucking aim me. I'm right. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
It can happen.
I don't want it, little Jimmy.
I mean, Maria told Mike she was gonna kick him in his vagina. She literally said. He said, "How do I know it's not Carmella pretending to be my wife?" And she said, if you don't open this door, I'm going to knock it down and kick you in your vagina. He opened that door quick as he could. Does Mike Kanellis have a vagina?
I mean, clearly not. That dude's fucking slapping some fucking meat, apparently.
I mean, he got her pregnant twice, we think.
What? Okay. Is Nicholas your number one wish for, like, 24/7 a logistical number one wish for 27.
I wouldn't say number one wish. I thought it'd
Use
be
your number one wish for 24/7 chant. That's like logistical. That like you could see this happening.
Like somebody that hasn't won it yet.
Yeah, preferably.
I mean, I thought they lost. I thought they had a huge loss when they didn't bring Hornswoggle into Raw Reunion to win the belt.
Yeah.
I mean, it works perfectly because Truth keeps calling Drake Maverick Hornswoggle.
That would have been funny, huh?
They lost out on that one.
Vince Russo? I see it happening. I'm not going to lie. I totally see that happening.
But, man,
it's not out of, like, them giving it to Russo, like, I don't know, pinning someone and then making a joke about, like, scripting and script himself to lose it, and then, I don't know.
You think Foley eventually wins it?
No. Can Foley get down on the ground quick enough to pin somebody?
I mean, he was put in the mandible claw by Bray Wyatt.
He was. Well, Bray Wyatt also helped him down. He had his hand on his back.
Patterson, he won the belt, and he wasn't allowed to do anything more than what he did, and that's about what Mick can do.
Man, Pat Patterson's old as fuck.
Pat Patterson is now the oldest champion in WWE history at the age of 78.
That dude's like almost dust.
I mean, he got pinned by Joe Briscoe, who's 72.
Okay, can we transition into something non-wrestling?
Yeah.
Because this is okay. This has been on my mind as of late, and I wanted to talk about this. Recently, I was at work. I work at a retail store. I have a coworker by the name of Kai, and Kai said a statement to me. He says, "Guitar Hero 2 has the best soundtrack ever made." Right?
Sure.
And I said, "Oh yeah, whatever." And then I went home that night and I got fucking baked. And then I listened to the Guitar Hero 2 soundtrack. Now, guys, if you've never played Guitar Hero 2, I'm sorry, and I also hope you change that right away because it's a fucking banger of a game. Guitar Hero 2 has the best soundtrack ever made. And it's a fact. Tim, have you ever played Guitar Hero 2?
I have. I've played the first 3.
Now,
maybe more.
People would argue that Guitar Hero 3 is the best. My Slipknot started playing in the background just now. People would argue that Guitar Hero 3 is the best. And I'll tell you why people think that. People think it because when you think of Guitar Hero, if you don't immediately think of the video game, what do you immediately think of?
The music?
The arcade.
Oh, yeah.
And every arcade machine is only Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
That's true. That's very true.
It's a fact. So that's the one people are most familiar with. Now, I'm going to read some songs off of the Guitar Hero 2 playlist.
See, before you do that, we had the exception to that because we had a bowling alley where I grew up, and they had a PlayStation hooked up to a TV with the first and second Guitar Heroes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Check this out. Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue's on there. Surrender by Cheap Trick. Woman by Wolfmother. Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana. Message in a Bottle by the Police. Monkey Wrench. They have Alice in Chains. The Butthole Surfers. What are you guys not hearing these names?
Sweet Child O' Mine.
Sweet Child O' Mine. John the Fisherman. Killing in the Name of. Bad Reputation. Last Child. Crazy on You. These are Rock This Town. Stop. Madhouse by Anthrax. Laid to Rest. They have YYZ. They have the best fucking songs in the world. Guitar Hero games are, I will argue this till I die, they will always be underrated. No one appreciated Guitar Hero when it was there. And then when it was gone, everyone somehow loved it.
That's very true.
But
very true.
When it was there, no one fucking cared. That game was awesome. Do you know how cool I felt? Like mastering Cult of Personality on Expert? That shit was bonkers. Mr. Jones. Right. Mr. Jones. That's exactly what I do. Is I sit there, I go, oh, cool, Shout at the Devil. I go, oh, fuck, Heart-Shaped Box. Oh, shit. They have so many songs.
No, I'm looking at it now. It is a pretty stacked lineup.
Good. They got Butthole Surfers. They got Primus. Anthrax. Nirvana. It's so good.
Cherry Pie by Warrant.
Cherry Pie. It's literally the best. It's literally the best.
Actually, a pretty good lineup
Just
here.
a fact. I just wanted to share that fact with you guys. It was something that's been boiling in my chest. I wanted to make a whole dedicated video on it, and I was like, wait, I can't post that here. So that's why I was like, how's your gaming channel going?
Freebird.
Freebird. Sympathy for the devil. Pour some sugar on me.
Yikes.
It's so good. God, if you guys haven't played Guitar Hero 2, I'm sorry that you haven't lived. Just go play it. Nothing's stopping you from just going and playing.
It's only on PS2 and Xbox 360.
No, that's
right?
not true. They invented emulators.
Yeah, they invented emulators. But how are you gonna get the guitar to work on your computer? You just plug it right in USB?
Wireless adapter. Get a wireless one.
Oh, I guess I didn't think about that. Because I was thinking, with the PS2, the one I had, it literally had where you plugged it into the regular controller spot. So
here's the thing. I would much rather prefer to play it on the PS2 just for the nostalgia factor. Do you remember that PS2 startup sound?
Oh, I do. Oh, boy, do I ever.
This is the best. You could never play it past 11 p.m. because if your TV was accidentally on loud, dude, you're getting your ass beat.
That's very true.
For me.
That's very true.
You were probably well an adult by the time this came out.
No.
No? PS2?
I was a teenager, still living at home. Okay. Yeah, PS2 came out 2000. PS2 came out in 2000.
No shit.
Yeah, and I didn't turn 18 till 2007.
PS2 didn't come out until 2000?
Yep. Came out in 2000.
That's
insane. I was...
I guess because it came
11.
out right after the N64.
I was 11.
Wasn't that the biggest console since the N64?
That is still the biggest console. It has sold 155 million units. Nothing has come close.
They were so good for modding too.
Yeah.
I had a mod. I had 2 PlayStations because they were also they weren't super unaffordable. They were moderately priced for what they were.
And I know we're getting off on a tangent here, but the one thing that really helped the PS2 was that it was also considered an affordable DVD player.
Yep.
And it was the first system to have actual working online games.
Yeah, it wasn't
Trust me. I was there many a nights, my buddy playing SOCOM online on his PS2.
That's so badass.
Luke,
real quick,
I am 30 years old, the same age as Nick Jackson.
You old fuck. Before we get back to the wrestling topic, P1 Ryan says the PS3 backward compatible with PS2 games. Right, but when I turn on my PS3, I'm not greeted with the loud ear rape noise of
not
the
all
startup.
PS3s.
That's true.
Early version PS3s were. Then when you got the new bullshit PS3 that they took away the 4 USB slots on the front, that one was not backwards compatible. PS5 is going to be backwards compatible with PS4 though, so we're all good there.
You want to get back to wrestling? Because I feel like I just drove us way off topic. I was just on my mind. Plus, here's the thing. To touch a little bit about, because we haven't talked about the membership thing yet. And let's talk about that for a minute. We have plans to do something for a podcast that's not wrestling related.
Nick's got a big idea.
Do I? Oh, yeah, I do. I just filmed the tester for that, too. I got to send that to you. It was really good. It was really good. But we are planning on doing a lot of non-wrestling stuff. So if you're interested in finding out what that is, there's a little button next to that little subscribe box where it says that you're subscribed. Next to that box, there's also a bell. Click that, and you can get notified when we're live. But to the left of that box, there's a button that says join. And if you click it, I swear to God, the minute you click it and join, happiness will flow over you. Your wee-wee will grow 4 inches. And if you're a woman, your lady wee-wee will grow 4 inches. It doesn't matter. Everything that you want in life will happen if you join. And you'll also get access to some pretty cool podcasts and some Q&A stuff. And Tim, you also mentioned a few other things like post shows and such.
Yeah, we did the first one last week. I apologize that it didn't work perfectly for members. I actually contacted YouTube when we came up with a plan. me and the customer help person or whatever you want to call it, the plan on how to make it work smoothly next time. So when we do post shows only for members, you guys will be able to get in. We figured out how to make that work. But if you're a member, you can also use this cool little emoji of Nick himself.
Here's the thing. If we get... How many members are we at right now?
10.
If we get to 15 members by, like, next podcast, we'll add a new emoji that's related to my pot smoking.
We can do that.
We can do that.
Let's say if we get it by SummerSlam, which is a week from Sunday.
Yeah, we can do it by SummerSlam. We'll have how many emotes can we do?
All right, now I think we can have, I could double check it. I think we can have right now 6 different ones, I believe. But the more members we get, the more we're able to do.
All right, so we'll shoot for at least 2 new ones that are going to be some bangers, so we can do that as a little reward. Do it.
Wrestle Geek Club says, ask about what software I use. For basically all graphic design stuff, I do use Photoshop. For motion graphics, I use Adobe After Effects. For 3D design stuff, which we may be doing some 3D stuff with Nick's new show, I use Maxon Cinema 4D. And then everything gets put together in Adobe Premiere. All videos are edited in Adobe Premiere. So.
Hell yeah. They announced the first, or one of the first matches for AEW, and they announced
2 of them for the TV
show. Yeah, I was just about to say, they announced another one today.
Now, so they announced first off Cody versus Sammy Guevara, and I think that could be a fun match. I think that's in the same realm of, so remember when they announced Cody versus Darby Allin, and everybody goes, what the fuck? Cody's just going to squash this guy, and then they put over Darby Allin.
I love Darby now.
I feel like something like that. I don't think they're going to go to a draw again, but I think something along the lines of they're going to make Sammy look good against Cody could be why they're doing this. Because, I mean, they're pushing Sammy as a guy on BTE almost every week. And they also announced, which it's the first show, so I guess it doesn't have to matter. But the Bucks and Kenny against Jericho and 2 mystery partners. And I just hope to God that it's like a brand new tag team that we don't know about coming to AEW yet. Because if it's someone like the Dark Order, that's just going to blow.
It'll probably be the Dark Order.
I hope like they sign LAX and it's Jericho and LAX against the Bucks and
would that make sense
Cody.
Though?
If they come in as heels, it could.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
George John Cox got an emoji for you.
Hey. Got you, baby boy. It'd have to be a vape pen though. Well, I smoke blunts.
You were saying though.
Is it going to be hard for the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes and mainly the main forefront elite guys to be heels on their show?
Very, very much.
How are they going to work around that? And I feel like that's something that they haven't really been asked or kind of given an answer to. And I wonder what they think about it and what you think about it.
The only thing I can think of is they're not going to be heels, at least for a very long time. They're not going to be heels. They're going to stay baby faces for as long as possible. And, I mean, the Bucks, why do they need to go heel? The only time I ever remember them, quote-unquote, kind of being heel was when they were early infancy of Bullet Club. Ever since Bullet Club just became the cult favorite that it was, not really anymore because Bullet Club's kind of dying away.
Yeah, glad WWE hopped on the train now when it's like at the last stop.
But
idiots.
I feel like, once Bullet Club, basically nothing against Finn, but when Finn left, all of a sudden Bullet Club took off. Not saying that Finn was holding it down. It was just that was the same time most American fans found New Japan.
Yeah, because of Finn coming to America.
That one thing there, yeah. And so when the Bullet Club started becoming like a fan favorite thing and they were heels still being liked, that's when I think they were then baby faces from that point on.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys like Cody tend to go, he's a great heel, but
I mean, Cody played heel in the build-up to the match they had in San Francisco, him and Kenny.
Right, but like, can he be a heel? Can he get behind a heel crowd?
I think if any of them can pull it off,
fans?
I think it would be Cody.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Speaking of Cody and that San Francisco show, you know who Cody has not brought to AEW yet? And I'm kind of surprised.
Was he at the San Francisco show?
Yes. And the press conference. Briefly at the press conference. No.
Briefly.
Would you like me to tell you?
Nah, give me a hint.
So he's not a
Don't just tell me.
actual wrestler.
Okay. What? Who?
Bernard the Business Bear.
Oh, fuck off. That's not. No. That's
I mean,
dead.
that fits in with AEW and BTE stuff.
Everyone's saying, like, Marty Scurll?
Well, Marty still signed to ROH till the fall.
Shit of honor.
Flip, I think he's got another couple years. I saw something else here in the chat that someone said. Where was it now? Oh, someone's like the Revival. When we were talking about who can team with Jericho, Revival, they're stuck in WWE till right after next year's Mania. They signed new contracts in April of 2017, 18? 17, when they came to the main roster. 3-year deals. So they're stuck till 2020 in WWE.
I got a question, and I might be stupid for asking this, but do you get a different contract once you get called up? Do they have to offer you a new contract now?
When you get called up to the main roster, you sign a different new main roster contract. So basically, no matter what your NXT deal was, this is the impression that I was given. So say you're in NXT and you've got 4 years left on your contract. Mm-hmm. You come to the main roster and they sign you to a brand new contract. Before it was 3-year, but now they're trying to sign everybody to 5-year. Mm-hmm. So that you get a brand new contract when you get called up. Because everything's different, because in NXT, you're getting paid less. Sometimes they give you per diems for food because you're getting paid less. And the main roster, it's like, great, here's you're going to get paid. You pay all your road expenses.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
You know who was always stingy?
Who?
Theodore Long.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah.
Didn't he, pretend to be asleep in the backseat of a car?
I think I've heard a story one time where he got... Yeah, I think I've heard that before. He, got into somebody's car.
It was Foley and someone else.
He got in the back of somebody's car, pretended he was asleep. They couldn't wake him up, and they're like, screw it, let's just go. He had a free ride.
It's fucking hilarious.
But
Johnny Gargano's the next call-up? Yeah, probably.
We'll see. I hope.
He's going to have to be.
I mean, I hope Ciampa is ready to come back shortly after TakeOver. Ciampa's expected the next tapings.
If he's down there much... What?
What?
Really?
What?
Is he expected?
Yeah.
No
Reported by
shit.
Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com that Tommaso Ciampa is expected to return mid-August, which would be the next set of TV tapings.
Yo.
I mean, when he appeared at the pre-show for the last TakeOver, he looked to be good, and I did hear that he was ahead of schedule as far as his rehab.
Yikes. Fuck, where does he fit in now? Championship spot?
Gotta be. He never lost the belt, and he wants Goldie back.
Does he win it?
I don't know. It's a tough one, because if Cole is still... Here's the thing. We can come out of TakeOver and all the titles, except for the women's title, of course, be held by Undisputed Era.
You don't know that. I could sign Shayna.
To the Undisputed Era?
Yeah, asshole.
I think Shayna needs to lose. I think Shayna needs to lose that belt to Mia Yim and come to the main roster.
Yeah, Mia Yim would be she'd be like a Bayley-style champion down there.
But better.
Yeah, she'd be like Bayley in terms of charisma, but better when everything else.
But
Was...
I mean, we've got Adam Cole's the champion. We've got
Unfortunately.
Fish and O'Reilly going for the tag titles, and then Roderick Strong's in the 3-way with Pete Dunne and Velveteen Dream for the North American belt.
Hold up.
What?
You're telling me you think my boys are going to lose the tag belts?
The Street Profits?
Yeah.
Yes. Because here's why.
Better give me a good-ass reason.
Heyman wants them on Raw.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
They haven't wrestled on Raw because WWE doesn't want them to look any kind of way to the main roster audience, still NXT Tag Champions. So if they lose the belts, then they can full-time main roster. Apparently Heyman likes them and wants them on Raw.
Because they're good. All right, yeah. Yui's walking out with all the gold. Fuck it.
I mean, maybe. What if
Man.
Cole loses the belt? I think it's too soon.
Nah, here's the thing. Who's Cole going up against? Gargano? Again? Gargano's not going to be champion again. It's not going to mean anything.
Here's the thing. I have heard rumblings of they want Adam Cole coming to the main roster soon. He's already been in NXT. This is his 2-year mark this month. He needs to come up.
No, why the fuck does he need to come up, but Shayna doesn't have to come up?
I've been saying for the whole 2019 that Shayna needs to come up. I thought the last 4 takeovers she should have lost the belt. The last 3.
Look, I think you have money in an NXT universe where UE
Has all the belts?
has all the belts that they
Oh,
get.
yeah.
But like, if you logistically do that, because look, you could create something huge down in NXT again. You could have another NXT resurgence with like, now you have the like, because let's say this, right? Let's say Shayna keeps that belt.
Okay.
Somehow magically we work her into Undisputed Era, right?
With her girls?
Yeah, with her girls. Fuck it. That's Undisputed Era, right?
Right.
Now you can have some new, maybe some new signees, maybe some veterans of NXT, whoever you want. Those are your clear bad guys. You can create kind of like a really good and fun story.
True.
With like, literally right now it's like a comic book, but instead of Batman stopping Joker, Joker has all the power. You know what I mean?
I like that analogy.
Right? Like, that would be cool. That would be really interesting to see how, like, Undisputed Era, like, cheats their way to getting belts, and that you could fucking build a whole fucking army of baby faces that people are going to go ape shit for. I tell you, Mia Yim puts up a fucking fight in this, and then you have Yui win all the gold. Mia Yim's going to be your biggest fucking baby face.
I mean, have you seen the Mia Yim stuff the last couple of weeks?
What is happening with this kid's super chat?
What?
He's just oh my god.
Jeremiah Jones with the super chat says, imagine the Fashion Police came back and held it. Fandango returned tonight on NXT.
Kristen McNutt with a fat $10. I read something about LAX that they're those, and WWE who believe that they're starting in September. Decision to be with AEW. Yeah, most likely.
So I can actually talk on that. I've been given some information that both AEW and WWE are interested in LAX. And that they may have already met with both sides. And now it's on them on where they want to go. I think that they would fit well in AEW because they can stand out. They're not the typical high-flying tag team that AEW is known for. And they need another, like, brawler-type tag team in AEW. But at the same time, in WWE, they would go to NXT, and they can get a really good push because they're a big name. WWE knows that AEW is interested, so they'll offer them a good chunk of change. And I think they can get pushed right to the top of the NXT tag division, because what other tag team do you have in NXT?
Fashion Police?
You got Fashion Police, you've got the Forgotten Sons.
I forgot about
You forgot about the Forgotten Sons. You've got
the name
Undisputed
fits.
Era. And, I mean, Street Profits getting called up. So what do you really have tag team? You need another tag team. So WWE needs to offer them some money to get them to sign, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
I see him doing it. I see WWE wanted to snatch these guys up.
Again,
a big name, probably in their prime.
Both sides want them. Same with John Morrison. Both sides want him, and it's on him as far as where he goes and what priorities he has outside of wrestling. Because you would think if he wants to really pursue acting, which he has said that he does, it would be better for him to go to AEW, because if he ever needs time off to film a movie or a TV show or something, he'd be more likely to get that time off then or there than he would in WWE.
You don't think WWE would just be like, yeah, okay?
No. Unless it's a WWE movie.
Yeah, I guess
Or
so.
something with The Rock where they're trying to make Rock get buddy-buddy with The Rock, like they're doing all this Hobbs and Shaw stuff with Roman. So we'll see. We'll see where LAX goes. That's going to be an interesting one to follow, especially since leaving Impact, they really haven't even been booked for anything.
They haven't. That makes me concerned.
That's the thing. It's like they've either already signed something,
I'm having to assume that they have,
or they're really just weighing them options.
I have to think that they know what they're
going to
do
because
by now.
the one thing that leads me to
assume.
That's the one thing that kind of leads me towards them signing with WWE. Because if they were signing with WWE, they ain't taking any indie bookings.
Well, I mean, depending on what the promotion is. Aren't they down in Evolve quite a bit?
No, not LAX.
No?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, they've probably worked for Evolve before, but I don't think they're like regulars down there or anything. So that should be interesting to see where they go. Them and Morrison are the real two big ones to follow right now as far as free agents go. CAD16 says, Idris Elba attacked Roman.
I'd love it.
No, you know who attacked Roman? It was that cameraman that he hit during filming of Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, I heard he almost killed the dude.
Well, what happened was him and Rock were doing a stunt.
Hold on.
What?
Back up.
What?
What? Just call him Dwayne.
Okay, Dwayne. My bad. DJ.
Hold
DJ.
on, because it's weird. No, because it's weird if you're it's weird if you don't refer to The Rock as The Rock. You can't just say
Rock. Okay.
Yeah.
So
because then I just think if there's a fucking boulder running down the highway.
So the story goes, they were doing a fight scene. They both had to, quote unquote, throw their clubs, but they were told too many people around, don't really throw the club. We'll make it look like you did. Rock looks one way, Dwayne looks one way. Roman faces the other. They say action. Dwayne fakes throwing the club. Roman actually throws it, hits the cameraman. Cameraman goes down.
Ouch. That's tough.
True story. They talked about it in a behind-the-scenes thing for Hobbs and Shaw.
That's tough.
I heard it's a damn good movie.
I doubt it. Okay, look. The Rock's good.
No. I know what you're going to say, but I heard this is different than your quote-unquote typical Dwayne The Rock Johnson comedy or action movie. Because most of his action movies are kind of cookie cutter. But I heard this one's different.
Well, because he's in a car now.
Not necessarily. Just because it's Fast and the Furious Presents doesn't mean they're in cars the whole time. I mean, cars are going to be prominent, but we'll see.
I like that P1 Ryan. The Miz attacked Roman because he's becoming a movie star, and that's gimmick stealing. The Miz does not stand
gimmick infringement.
Understandable.
But we'll see how it goes. I mean, as we were talking about NXT and stuff, there is that talk of NXT to FS1 Wednesday nights to combat AEW. Here's my question.
I highly doubt it.
Now here's the thing.
They can't do that.
Fox has talked to some of their affiliate networks about it.
Sure.
Now, it will probably go to FS1, not regular Fox. But here's the thing. If they do this and they try to make NXT a competition show for AEW on Wednesdays, you think we get more main roster guys going down here and there for episodes?
No.
Or do they just stick with their NXT roster?
Do they? No, because then that diminishes the point of NXT.
I mean,
Because
the point of NXT has already been diminished. NXT is supposed to be a developmental brand, and half of the people you've got there are not developmental.
Right, but a lot of them are developmental to the WWE style.
True. For the
Guys
most part.
like Adam Cole isn't a developmental guy, but hey, he's a developmental in the WWE ecosystem.
I mean, think about it. When McIntyre, Eric Young, and Bobby Roode were all in NXT, they were three guys that they worked NXT, but they were never made. It was never a thing to them where they had to be at the PC on days off. They were the guys where you go, you train yourself, and show up when we need you for NXT shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we already slightly diminished NXT with the whole it's not just developmental.
Yeah, but if you keep bringing guys from Raw and SmackDown, then it just becomes
I get what you're saying.
another third brand instead of being the monsoon that it is now.
And it kind of like
Speaking of things that start with the word Mon, I want Mansoor on TV more now.
yes.
I need him. Make him fucking what is that belt?
North American?
Yeah.
See, and the other thing about bringing guys from the main roster down, then it just makes us, it basically tells you, oh, well, these guys that are quote-unquote NXT superstars, we don't believe that they're big enough draws. That's the other thing with it as well.
Yeah. EC3 is developmental now.
Well, I mean, he was at one point. He was in developmental.
Yeah, he was at
then he
OG
went,
NXT.
He was, which you can now watch. It is on the
Shit
WWE
show.
Network. Literally, you go to the NXT page of the WWE Network, you click 2010, and you got OG NXT. Before it was regular NXT that we know now and stuff.
So fucking bad, dude.
Speaking of the new WWE Network, have you messed around with it yet?
Nah, I don't have enough space on my phone. I don't really need that app.
You can't put it on your... Well, you still have a PS4?
No. I'd say I just don't use
You've
it.
got a computer.
I mean, I use the WWE Network. Well, I haven't been on it on desktop, actually. I guess I could just go to the new WWE Network, I guess.
It's interesting. So they had an issue for a while where when you were watching something on the live feed of the network, the audio was off.
That's
I
good.
think they've fixed it since.
That's good.
Because when they did the Smackville event, you had guys talking on the mic, and it was so off that it almost made that portion unwatchable. But with that, WWE Network, it's the new network. I do like one thing that I do like is when you load up a show, like say NXT or an old WCW, they got the Netflix gimmick where you can click skip intro and you go straight to the show.
Well, that's what's important. That's what you need.
But what I really like is when you load up a show, like you can load up a Raw from 98, and literally before you even click play, you can select what either match or promo or segment you start at. You don't have to start at the beginning of the show. Literally, it's broken down right there before you even start. So it's just fast travel right to the spot of the show you want. Like if you want to watch something from like 98 and there's a Mark Henry segment I really want to see, I know what show it's on. You just go to that show, click the Mark Henry segment, boom. No need to fast forward or worry about the other bullshit.
Has anyone ever said that before? Hey, there's this Mark Henry segment I really want to watch. Hold on, let me fast forward to it.
Yeah. When he went on them dates with China.
Are you really sitting there rewatching those?
I mean, not me
That's
particularly, but it's a Mark Henry moment that people found funny.
I think the only Mark Henry moment that I will ever love is on his Twitter when he posted that picture of his dumbass face with the caption, "Me scared as hell."
Oh, yeah.
I laughed at that. And I just tweeted, bruh. And 30 minutes later, I had to tweet, it's still been 30 minutes and I cannot stop laughing at this.
Wrestle Club got a good thing here. So when SmackDown moves to Fridays, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with 205 Live. What if they put 205 Live, mix it with NXT, Cruiserweight title now on NXT?
I'm sorry. Can we just
What? What?
Just not going to talk about the fucking goddamn hot take I did fucking like a year ago where I said that's what the fuck should happen. And everyone's like, no, you're stupid. No, you're dumb. Fuck you.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Fuck this chat. You guys are bullies.
Just looking at the chat here before we do wrap things up. A lot of people are saying that the audio issues are fixed on the network. That's good. Yes, Maria is really pregnant. Like, she's...
Nah, dude. It's a fucking balloon underneath her
16
dress.
weeks
You broke
in?
Nah, Tim, we're wrong. She's not pregnant. Stop breaking kayfabe. Oh, fuck, Google Chrome.
I mean, can she lose that fucking belt?
Yeah.
How?
Sleeping and... I don't know.
Like they're going to have to do the gimmick where she goes inside of a room, you hear a commotion, and someone walks out. I pinned her.
Nah, she'll probably just like...
You know what they're going to do? They're going to fucking have Becky pin her, and Becky be like, I'm a badass. I don't care if she's pregnant.
How would you get her on the ground, though?
I don't know.
Right? Because
You
there's
don't
like...
have to, I mean, they did it when Drake Maverick took the title off of Ted DiBiase at Raw Reunion. DiBiase got in the limo. Maverick came out of the limo as champion. We didn't see exactly how it happened. Or under the ring kind of thing. You know? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they're going to
P1 Ryan, that's a good
Doctor.
idea. R-Truth shows up at her gynecologist appointment or OBGYN appointment
pretends to be the doctor.
and pins her while she's strapped up in the stirrups.
Okay.
This would be wildly inappropriate to put on the USA Network, but I would love a shot of like, it's like a doctor and he has the mask that's covering his whole face. You can't really tell it's R-Truth. And like, she's in the stirrups and it's from her point of view, so you can see R-Truth.
Right, and that wouldn't be inappropriate because you're not showing anything.
And he would go down and then you would hear R-Truth just scream and she'll go like, oh, aren't you a doctor? Don't you see that? And then he'll just like, I don't know, rip it off fucking Scooby-Doo style and pin her.
I mean, that's one way they can do it. Especially,
I know, George.
keep an eye out for the next 2 days. There's a reason
Fucking
that on Raw she said, my next doctor's appointment is on Thursday and I'll be up in the stirrups if anyone wants to try and come pin me. There's a reason that she said that on Raw.
Goodness gracious.
Like, there's gotta be, you would assume, a reason she said that on Raw.
Drake Maverick at the next doctor's appointment? That'd be ballsy. Drake Maverick's wife? Maybe she wins it and then hides it somewhere and it's in like a lockbox and Drake Maverick's like, what's the password? And she's like, oh, the password is the day we met. And he's like, fuck! Some dumb shit like that. This belt is so Gabriel Perez, I will break your goddamn keyboard for you. We see the message. Relax.
What happened?
He's just G1 climax. Update me.
We've been doing updates. I've been doing updates after every two shows. Every AB, we do an update. I've been putting them up on the YouTube.
Human, I will break you.
We've been keeping it updated.
We have been. Go watch the videos.
There's only like, 4 guys still available and left in the A block.
NXT UK for FS1? You're
and then-
ballsy, bro.
That ain't gonna happen. If anything, they'll get it on a UK network. They'll go regular
Ballsy,
NXT.
my guy.
No, if they're gonna put NXT on a network, it's gonna be regular NXT. And remember, we're still getting that show on Tuesdays on FS1. That's like a recap.
True.
So, and that we don't know anything about as far as who's gonna host it. I would assume Renee. They did trademark a new thing called After the Bell, which is apparently for television purposes. So that could be the name of the FS1 studio show.
After the Bell. That's kind of cool.
The bell. Even though it's between the bells because it's going to take place after. Well, it's going to be weird how do you think about this? So where does the week start and end now? Right now we have.
Hold on, back the fuck up.
No.
Are you asking me how the days of the work week, Tim?
No. Listen.
You are 30.
No, let me finish. God damn it. So Raw right now, Raw and SmackDown Monday, Tuesday, and then we go in and we can recap everything on a Wednesday. Bada boom. But now it's Monday, Friday.
Yep.
So if they have this recap show on Tuesday, is it going to be Friday, Monday, technically? And so
Just like the NFL does. The NFL starts on Thursday.
Right.
And it ends on Monday.
Okay.
So it starts on Friday and ends on Monday.
Then there we go.
All right. Goodbye,
I'm just saying.
You're coming.
Because now it's technically the shows are taking place on opposite weeks, and how do you know what I mean? Because it's like
Exactly.
they're gonna promote stuff during Raw for the next SmackDown, but then they're gonna have a recap show, and then they're gonna say, "Hey, but we're gonna recap." I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it all out. Just like we figured out that we've done 87 episodes of this Wednesday show, and we figured out how to make that work.
Did we, though? I feel like we're still figuring out how to make shit.
This show ran smooth, didn't buffer once. We're good. Think about that one for a second. When's the last time you say that?
Yeah, I know. Fucking when I was in high school, Tim.
Well, listen to this.
Go ahead.
I had a guy from Comcast come over to yesterday to check my internet because it was just the shits. He literally... This is the second guy in the last year I've had come check my internet. He comes in. Within like 2 minutes, he goes, "I know what your problem is." I go, "What?" He goes, "You got a bad connector in your wall. I got to do the wire." I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, this is why you're not getting a good connection." I was like, "So last guy that came, he didn't see that?" He was like, "Did he open up the plug in the wall and all that?" I was like, "Honestly, it's been a long time. I don't remember." He goes, "Probably not. He probably just put his little tester up to it and said it was good enough for you." So yeah.
What a dick.
So yeah, the guy, spliced the wire, put a new wire in, put a new connector on it, and told me that I shouldn't have many more issues. He did tell me that I should be hardwired, but my computer literally doesn't have a hardwire port.
It doesn't have an Ethernet port?
Nope.
What the fuck? No way.
My Asus laptop does not have an Ethernet port. It's just Wi-Fi.
That's stinky.
It's all good.
Me too, Suzanne. Me too. I also do that when I'm lonely.
But with that,
I do as well.
Thank
you guys
the Wednesday show.
For tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at ArmWeek21. Also follow me on Twitch at ArmWeek, just because I like streaming Mario Kart while I'm fucking blasted out of my mind. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me basically anywhere at Timmy Buddy. And also, if you haven't had a chance to yet, head over to PWUnlimited.net/help-kids. We are raising money for kids that need school supplies, for families that just can't afford to get everything they need for their child to start the new school year, whether that's a new backpack, notebook, pencils, paper, shoes. Some kids need new shoes because they wore their shoes out over summer, but their parents just can't quite afford it. So right now we are doing a fundraiser to raise money for needy families that just need a little bit more help getting their kids ready for the school year, as it's August and a lot of schools are getting back into the swing of things. So head over to PWUnlimited.net/help-kids. One word, help kids, to donate today, please. And if you can't donate, share it out. So maybe somebody that sees your shared post can donate.
Yeah, definitely check that out. That's going to do it for this episode of the show. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. And remember, call your mom. She probably misses you. And if not, I don't know. Call your dad. See what he's up to. See if he's gone fishing. See you guys.
Have a good night.